Now, most of the boxing world is saying that Jake Paul is truly the face of boxing, overshadowing Gervonta Tank Davis and Saul Canelo Alvarez, but I really do not think so. I mean, I think he does put butts in seats, but there was a lot of stuff that happened with Netflix. I know he did break records with Iron Mike Tyson, but in order for him to be actually the face of boxing, he has to beat these records 2 times in a row, kind of like a science project. You have to do it 2 times to be valid. Now, to get these records, I really truly believe you have to have the right dance partner, and this is what Jake Paul actually had, Iron Mike Tyson. But it was more of a freak show because Iron Mike Tyson hasn't really fought anybody for over 20 years. He did fight Roy Jones Jr. in an exhibition fight, but both of these fighters were already retired and were both in the same position. Basically, they both lost power, speed. They were both about the same age, and they were both really great fighters when they were both in their prime. And what made this fight very interesting and worth watching was that it was not on pay-per-view. And not just that, Iron Mike Tyson was one of the best fighters during his time when he was in his prime. But Jake Paul was not one of the best fighters right now, even though he is young and he is in his prime. But he should have started boxing earlier. He would have been better. So that's kind of like evening the playing field between both of the fighters. So that kind of made it like more even. And the fight was very one-sided. Put it this way, would you guys think it's gonna break records if they have a rematch? If Mike Tyson fought Jake Paul again? And well, how are people gonna sell the fight? I really don't think it's gonna do great numbers if they have a rematch because of the fight, how it played out. And not just that, Mike Tyson is already getting older and he already had like some medical issues and he had to cancel the fight already once. And time, he's just gonna get older. And also, put it this way as well, what if this fight was actually on pay-per-view and not free on Netflix? Well, you still gotta pay for Netflix, but if you have the Netflix subscription, with 99.9% of America does if you live in a house, then yes, it would have been free basically because you're already paying for something you already have. So if it was on pay-per-view, how many pay-per-view buys do you think this fight could have generated? When this fight was barely announced, in my head, my first thought was like, this fool is really gonna fight a 58-year-old. Maybe he was 57 at that time, I don't now recall, but I remember like I was like shocked. I was like, there is no way, this has to be fake news. Then this video came out of Jake Paul like with the tattoo and everything, and I was like, nah, what the F? I was like, man, I'm gonna stop cussing. I know I started cussing, but I'm gonna stop. I also did see some content creators stating that Mike Tyson should have made the fight better and like he should have been like in a better position because of the way he was like punching the mids and training, which I really thought it was kind of dumb because only the pro boxers were saying that it was an unfair fight. And the people that actually never sparred or got in the ring and fought or even trained in that type of level, they don't know what the hell they're talking about because you could train for 2-3 hours straight, hitting the mids look spectacular, right? But once you get in the ring for like 1 or 2 rounds, those 6 minutes will get you way more tired than actually like training for a fight. You spar, you use a ton of energy just moving out the weight out of the punches, blocking, doing offensive, defensive stuff, and it gets you really hungry. Have you guys seen Dragon Ball Z when Goku always spars? He goes, yeah, you know, but I'm freaking hungry. Every time I will spar, I will be starving like nothing, like if I just blazed the joint. So I really do believe it's premature to actually say that Jake Paul is the face of boxing. He has to do the same event in a row, maybe not as high as 65 to 120 million views, but he has to do something very good. But I doubt that he's gonna have the right dance partner to get those views. What if, I don't even think Floyd Mayweather fighting Jake Paul will do those numbers. And I've said this in my past video, Floyd Mayweather is huge, don't get me wrong, but he probably has to like either get really old or pass away to be a commodity like Iron Mike Tyson, or Muhammad Ali. Everybody knows who those two fighters are, and if you think of boxing, you probably think of Mike Tyson or Muhammad Ali. So if Muhammad Ali was still alive, I'm pretty sure those numbers will probably be even bigger, but you just never know. I mean, I really don't think anybody is as big as the name as Iron Mike Tyson or Muhammad Ali. Floyd Mayweather, kind of, but that's the closest one, and I really don't think it's gonna generate those kind of views. But hey, guess what, guys? I ain't the biggest, I'm the baddest, and if you wanna help out your boy, throw $2 at the super thing. I gotta roll. Peace.
Let's go, champ!